What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy, Courtside with Jerome. And today, I want to talk about the ups and downs of Hassan Whiteside. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button, turn on notification. Not only makes a massive difference to me, but it also helps the channel out a lot, and I definitely will appreciate it. That being said, DJ, drop that intro.
Tryna throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me.
If you're not familiar with who Hassan Whiteside is, let me give you a quick recap. He was a third overall pick in 2010 NBA draft out of Marshall University by the Sacramento Kings. But unfortunately, Hassan was released by the Sacramento Kings 2 years later for disciplinary issues and attitude problems. Hassan decided to go overseas, play in China for the CBL. In his very first game, listen to this, very first game, Hassan had 28 points and 21 rebounds. I mean, he was a monster. I mean, he was a man amongst boys. He was just abusing the competition. Now, you could say that the competition in CBL is not NBA level competition, but hey, 28-21 is still something. It's something you don't sneeze at. He came back to before he came back to the NBA. He had career average in the CBL of 25 points, 16 rebounds, 1 steal, and 5 blocks. Fast forward to the season, 2014 season, November 24, he joined the Miami Heat, and he entered the league, and he kicked the door down, and he said, "I'm here." Already, quickly, he put himself in the history books as being only the 7th NBA player have a triple-double with points, rebounds, and blocks. We all know the game against Chicago Bulls. He had a triple-double, and he said, "I'm trying to get my 2K stats up." I think that was Chicago Bulls game. I could be wrong. I think so. But anywho, after that, I thought, like, man, this dude here he's a beast. He's a dog. Like, he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year a couple times. He's going to be all-star. He was gonna be like basically the next Dwight Howard, in his prime. So, I was excited for him, And, even when he, at the end of the season, he won 4th place in the most improved player. And Jimmy Butler won that one. That was his breakout year, because that's the year he bet on himself. He didn't sign an extension. He bet on himself for a max, and that's when he won the most improved player. But 15-16 season against the Washington Wizards, Hassan Whiteside, again. Now, he didn't start. Off the bench, he had 20 points and 20 rebounds. I gotta say that again. Off the bench, 20 and 20. But that's not the crazy part. He also had 2 blocks. And that gave him 309 in only 94 games. And that beat the Miami Heat, Alonzo Mourning, the legend Alonzo Mourning, who needed to do it in 108 games. And he led the league in blocks for the entire season. Finally, Hassan Whiteside got his money next year. 2016 to 2017 season, he got his 4-year, $98 million contract, making history again as being the first ever NBA player to go from making league minimum to a max contract. I mean, he was in the gym putting in work. I mean, he was doing everything he wanted to do. And not only that, he rewarded them by leading the league in rebounding. He led the league in blocks last year. Now he leads the league in rebounding. I mean, he's not a scorer, but, I mean, he was dominating more than one category. So, Miami Heat got to be happy with their investment. And not only that, that's a cherry on top. They make the playoffs as the 3rd seed against the 6th seed Hornets, and they won in 7 games, but they lost in the conference semifinals to the 2-seeded Toronto Raptors. And, I mean, Hassan Whiteside numbers was passable. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 2.5 blocks. But during the 2017-18 season, Hassan Whiteside was on a mission to be a first-time All-Star. Because the first game of the season, October 18th, he had 26 points and 22 rebounds. Let me say that again. 26 points and 22 rebounds in an opener, as he making history as being the first player since Kevin Garnett in 2007, not 20, but KG in 07. He had a 2020 in their debut game, in their season opener, not debut, in their season opener. But he was getting frustrated. He was getting mad, because they drafted Bam Adebayo that year, and we know how that turned out. Hindsight being 2020, Adebayo is a better player, but I wasn't thinking at the time. I thought Bayo was gonna be a power forward and Hassan Whiteside gonna stay center, but Hassan Whiteside minutes decreased, and he was basically playing about 15 minutes a game. He wasn't really getting, he wasn't getting no playing time. That season, on average, 5 points, 6 rebounds. That carried throughout the playoffs, and we all know the beef between him and Joel Embiid, and he just got criticized to hell and back. Like Pat Riley, the coach, the team president, the coach, they all criticized Hassan Whiteside and he wanted to get on the floor, but just the matchup wise, he just couldn't hang with Embiid. Because Embiid hangs out in the perimeter, and he just wasn't that guy in the perimeter. So he didn't play a lot. But after Miami was eliminated by Philly, he got traded to Portland, to the Trailblazers. But, his 5 seasons in Miami, he was good. 14, 12, and 2.5 blocks in 5 seasons with Miami. But when he went to Portland, there was some good moments. He had a 10-block game in Portland, which broke Bill Walton's, record, but that was really, really much all he did. But he did average 15 points, 13 rebounds, 2.5 blocks. So, that's count for something. It's just Hassan Whiteside doesn't space the floor. He doesn't command offense or anything. He just basically just a big body, you want to say, And 15 points, 13 rebounds, 2.5 blocks. That would have got you a max contract in like the 2000s. But you got AD, Jokic, they can space the floor. That's something Hassan Whiteside can't do. And then he's been criticized for chasing rebounds and chasing blocks and being out of position and slow footwork and all that. So, he's been criticized for his efforts and everything. But now Hassan Whiteside is, Sacramento Kings. As right now, the 2021 season is only average 8 points, 5 rebounds. So let's just hope that Hassan Whiteside can get back up and hopefully get another max contract, because Miami Heat Hassan Whiteside was a beast, but we don't know yet. So the jury's still out on Hassan Whiteside. This is my first video on YouTube, guys. So feedback would be appreciated. I'll try to improve and get more content. But thank you for watching the video. Y'all have a blessed day.